Hi, my name is Lou Peralta, and I'm running for mayor of California City. I went through 10 points and had 10 different videos explaining each point, usually between 5 and 6 minutes. Today, I'm going to do a recap because many of you have missed some of those videos and would like to know exactly what I'm all about. So I'm going to go very quickly. I won't have too much time to explain. The first one, the most important for me and if I get elected, would be bringing in an urgent care unit. We can't hope to bring people, young families, or even older couples without having access to emergency care. And that's urgent for us. Second is annexation. Annexation perhaps all the way down to Garlic, because some of the ideas that I have will need to be in the city. So we need to annex the city further up so that we can take advantage of some of the things that I'm proposing. I'm proposing for water banking. Not a lake, water banking. I want a 1,000-acre water banking pond, let's call it. And the reason for that is we can use the water to recreate. You have people fishing, jet skiing, skateboarding, not skateboarding, it's skiing. Anyway, but you pull the water up from the ground, you filter as it comes up, and you use it, and then the equal amount you send it back down into the aquifer. But you filter it both ways to the point where it's very potable water. We have the use for it, so we can bring revenue. A lot of people will come to a lake or a pond that big to do all kinds of recreation. Our enterprising citizens will finally realize it says, if I go out there and put a business where all these people come in, sell drinks or beers or hot dogs or a restaurant or set up a motel or a park, that would be wonderful. So that's the reason for annexation. The water banking has to happen because we are sitting on really 7.6 trillion gallons of water. It's underneath us, and Los Angeles probably uses 1 trillion a year of water. So we have plenty of water. We can use it. We can do something for it to really serve this city. The next thing is no more special taxes. Now, I'm saying this, but I know that under the conditions that the city has been run and nothing really has happened, we're going to need a special tax to get through probably within the next year and a half. I hope that the special tax will be a fair one from the previous one. If there's no utilities on a certain lot, and there's no possibility of bringing in water, electricity, phones, and stuff like this, they shouldn't have to pay a special tax. That's crazy. They're not getting anything out of the city. So if we are going to use a special tax, we have to be fair. I don't mind paying an extra $20, $25 a year on my taxes because it means really not much. But listen, when we have people that have multiple lots and multiple areas, and most of those lots are not accessible to utilities, I think it's unfair. We're driving people out, we're making them go delinquent. The next thing that I want to do is the medical marijuana. This was dumped on our city. Nobody went after it, but came, and I think after looking at all the numbers and just dealing as a business proposition, I think it's great. We have to be very careful how we do it. We have to put the correct verbiage in our laws so that nobody abuses it. We have to have proper controls, but I think it will bring the city a lot of money. However, the city wanted to only put 5 of them at first. And there was a number of people, including myself, who said, if you're going to do it right and become the best at it. Because when you become the best at it, you're going to create a better atmosphere for the business sense of it. And more importantly, you're going to get people who are going to be packagers, people who are going to do the labs, and people who are going to do distribution of this stuff. And they can all come here. They won't come here with only five growers, but if they have 25, 30, 40 growers, they'll come here. They'll set up shop, and that means jobs. Recreation for me is really the bottom line to everything here in California City. This city was actually created to recreate, to have fun, to spend that money that I call happy money. We have had a lot of people come to the city. We've not taken advantage of it. Now we can. I can see that once a month we might have a rodeo here. Once every 6 weeks we might have a boxing card, drag races. I mean, there's a plethora of things that we can bring in because the weather is perfect. So recreation is uppermost in my mind. Most of you know that I'm still working on my own project, which is at the Oasis, but that's a huge project. But I haven't lost faith. I think we can do it. Cleaning up our city, I meant that we have to clean everything in our city. Great that the median is being water and we have irrigation there, but we have to fix the side medians. There's too many exposures there of homes that don't look very good sometimes, and they should be hidden. except for where there is business. And where there's business, we have to make sure that their people know where they're at and they can come in. So the city really needs to be cleaned up. I get the fact that the chamber and a few other groups have done cleanup jobs, and I didn't mean that in a sense. But visually, the city has to look good. So when you come in, you say, "Oh my goodness, this is California City." It also has to be with the people we have, the attitudes that we have, the looks that we have. All that has to be cleaned up. It's commensurate with what we're trying to do. Um, I got to tell you, I know how these poor cops feel when they tell me that they spend $280 to take a felon or somebody who broke the law to Bakersfield only to have them return almost immediately. In fact, one cop told me, he said, by the time he got through signing all the papers and everything, he got back to California City, the person he had arrested earlier in the morning was already here, laughing, laughing. So we need to have our own detention facility, our own set of rules and regulations here. So keep them here. We can make money out of that, by the way, and I can show you how. I don't want to take up your time now, but we can make money out of that and do what we need to do to keep these lawbreakers. I want to call them low lives, but I'll stick to lawbreakers and keep them here and make money. Make money. Now, to build a prison is a huge job, right? But why not build a prison out of containers? I went to a city in Nevada that is called Container City. And the most beautiful things have been done with containers. I mean, I'm talking about restaurants and shops, offices, large shops, small shops, just wonderful. We can do the same thing here. It's easy to do, but I'll cover that more later on. The next one is water management. And again, I'm talking about managing our own water. We are saddled with this ABIC contract that we made years ago, and it's really, we shouldn't be paying the kind of rates that we're paying now. Even though there's a drought, we are sitting in trillions of gallons of water. We should be using that for the benefit of the city, to make sure that everybody here in the city and part of the county where they use the water, they pay a fair price. So that's going to be a real task that I think it's going to be a winnable thing, but it's just going to require a lot of work. Lastly, I want to talk about the police force and the fire department. They're great guys, fabulous guys. But just recently, I think we lost 4 police officers because we don't pay enough. I know it's a conundrum because we don't have money to pay them. And that's the problem that we have been saddled. We actually been put against the corner because nobody's done anything about it. They just sat there. They were good gatekeepers. I don't have a problem with that, but we got to go out and hustle for the city. We got to bring businesses. We got to bring things that are going to bring jobs and make everybody healthy. And I'm afraid that we haven't done that. So I also understand that in the next month or two, we're going to lose a couple of more. So what are we going to do? The guys that have been here for a long time, that live here, they really do an incredible job because they got to carry the weight most of the time. The young guys that come in here, it takes them a while to get experience and then learn it and everything. And the minute they've learned it, they feel they're real cops. Some city in Los Angeles or Orange County takes them. So that's not good. Anyway, that's my recap. Basically, you go to my website, which is www.voteforlouformayor.com. The 4 is a numerical. Or you can send me an email to lou@voteforlouformayor.com. Ask me any questions, or you can even call me, 661-524-1550, and I'll be glad to answer any questions. And Monday afternoon, I think we're going to make a special announcement. We're going to try something that's going to be kind of unique. I'm learning all this stuff, so I love it. I think it's great. But we're going to do something through Facebook on what they call live streaming next Friday, where you guys be able to listen to what I'm saying, and I'll be able to answer your questions right online. So until then, thank you very much for your time and your courtesy, and please think about voting for me when you vote November 8th. And if you don't, that's fine. But we need to move. We need to make this city start moving before it's too late. Thank you again. Good night.